What's going on, everybody? Today we are going to be reviewing some bootleg LEGO Ninjago minifigures. I cannot tell you how hyped I am for this. I have found some minifigures of some figures I missed out on when I was a kid, some figures that I just didn't want to buy the sets that they were in, so I just skipped out on them, and just some figures that were never made by LEGO. And so now, secondhand fans or just random factories in China and various other countries have decided to print LEGO minifigures that we've never received before, or that are rare and hard to come by, and even some unofficial parts that are better than the ones that LEGO have released themselves. That being said, we have a ton of figures to get to today. And these were bought for so cheap, to the point where I spent, I think, what? Maybe $100 like 2 months ago to buy these. These are just really cool. I am so hyped. We have to get these open. We are going to start from the most recent seasons, and then work our way back, all the way back to, I think the oldest figure in here is from, let's see... Oldest figure in here looks to be from Season 3. Alright, so let's go ahead and get at it. Alright, so from Dragons Rising Season 3 we have Kerr of the Forbidden Five. We have a Stormsuit Morro, which I am super hyped for. Stormsuit J, which is obviously, not canon. And we have Morro. Just normal Morro, except he has one special thing about him. He's got the stripe in his hair. Ain't that cool? Let's go ahead and get at it and build these guys. Alright, everybody, so this here is Stormsuit Morro. Now, as you can see, he does have printing that we have never actually seen before, with the gray and green there. He also came with this, what do they call these blades? The blades. We'll just call it the blade. It came with this nice transparent blade, which is pretty sick. Didn't get too many of those in the sets. As the collectibles, he's got a... I would say it's dual molded, but it's actually not. I think the green is just painted on, which, is kind of cheap, but this figure was also cheap, so I'm not really going to complain about it. He does have a face print that we have never gotten before, which is quite nice. And the parts are very... I just dropped him. My bad. Technical difficulties. I just searched for him for a little bit. He fell down into a bin of villains that I've been sorting. So as you can see, he's got an exclusive face print, and I'm going to call it exclusive because it's kind of a grimace. And here you can see he just doesn't look very happy. Poor guy can't catch a break. I freaking love Morro. Morro's so cool. But yeah, I am so happy to have this guy in my collection. He looks so neat in that blacked out jumpsuit. And I cannot tell you guys how long I have wanted a Ninja Morro figure. Which, his original suit was kind of a ninja suit, but, it wasn't really the vibe. I was looking for something with a nice hood, not just a half mask. But yeah, this guy looks great. Now let's get on to our other Morro minifigure of this lot. Alright, so now as you guys can see here, this Morro already exists from the January 2025 sets, except this guy has a little green streak in his hair, like we've all been wanting. Something else kind of funky is how dark of a green they molded his arm in, as well as the fact that they gave us, instead of machetes, two really short katanas, which I actually think is a great part. I love that. But yeah, I mean, this guy looks great. If you need a cheap Morro and you don't want to spend $30 on a set that does not seem worth it, go ahead and pick this guy up for about, I think $2.50. And he also included his half mask. I just want you guys to see how good the face prints are. This guy looks fantastic. Let's go ahead and get on to Stormsuit J. Look at how smug he is. Oh my goodness. Absolutely love that they took some of Jay's actual faces that he makes in the show and put them on this minifigure. I mean, if you're going to make a bootleg, go ahead and go all out. I think they do fantastic on these face prints that they pull straight from the show. And here is Stormsuit J. Once again, he has fantastic details. I love how the gold actually pops. It is Definitely much shinier than the official Lego ones. And you can see his little squinty eyes through there. I just love how sassy they made him. I gotta say, I love the combination of black, just like on Morro. He's got the black and then his secondary color, the dark blue. I think this J suit just looks so good. I love the fact that they went in a darker color scheme for him, both because his identity is rogue, but also because I just think Jay, his blues always looked good when they were darker, and then you had something vibrant to make them pop, like that gold, or back when Jay was in a ZX suit, the silver. I always thought made Jay look just super cool. Anyway, that is Stormsuit Jay. Now let's get on to Kerr. And here you can see we have the elemental master of rot and decay, Kerr of the Forbidden Five. Now, this figure looks fan-frickin-tastic. Give this guy the armor, and, well, I guess girl, give this chick the armor, and she would look fantastic. Now, I'll probably go ahead and add the armor to her later, but here you can see she's got all the runes, the little Forbidden Five sign on the back. It looks a lot clearer in person than it does on camera here. And just a fantastic face print. She's got the little hat, and they gave her the little scythe type weapon, which I think is super neat. Arm printing is also included on this one, and I just think this character looks great. I don't have to go out and buy a $100 Lego set just to have one figure in my collection. We need to destigmatize buying bootleg Lego. You can get so many good minifigures for so cheap if you just buy from an off-brand or bootleg or literally anyone else other than just Lego. Lego is far too overpriced, the market is completely shot, and people skew the value of figures and sets on a whim for no good reason. It could have been mass-produced to hell and back, but since it has this one particular character or stormtrooper, it's just going to shoot through the roof. It is ridiculous. Please, if you want just a figure, go out and buy a figure. Don't give them your money when they make bad products. Anyway, let's move on to Dragons Rising Season 2 with the Climber Suit Ninja. Alright everybody, so now we have all of the Climber Ninja here. Some of them are a bit hit or miss on parts that should be dual molded. You can kind of tell that they have been painted. Here you can see Kai, he's got his climber hook. He can fit both of his swords, like his ZX pack, and the head print's actually pretty good. I feel like some of the ropes and stuff are a little washed out, but overall, I'd say it's pretty good. Same thing kind of going on here for Nia. Let's see if I can get a little better focus. Head print's shifted down just a little bit, but that's kind of to be expected. These figures otherwise actually have pretty decent quality control. And in fact, I'd say even some of the parts kind of rival Lego. It feels like they're made out of very good ABS or some sort of plastic. But yeah, I mean, a lot of people will dog on this and say that, you know, they're not exactly the best of paints to have, and that is definitely a concern, whether or not it's got any sort of poisons in it or something that's not good for you to touch. I'm actually not sure, but overall I would say these are a very good recreation of Lego's actual product. Cole, I'd say, is actually the worst of the bunch here. You can kind of see that his arms are supposed to be orange, but they're a bit more of like a suntan yellow color. Not similar to his head, but kind of close, you know what I mean? You can actually see here that there is a paint mistake on his armor up there. So I thought it was a crack at first, but no, just a little paint mistake. Other than that, I'd say Cole looks pretty good. Just going to swap his head out for one of the better ones that I have. And here you can see Lloyd. I think Lloyd actually is probably the best looking of this bunch. The green on his shoulders looks super good, as well as the golden little paint tabs you can kind of see there. I think this guy looks pretty good. And Jay. I love Jay. Jay is my favorite ninja other than Cole. Cole and Jay are kind of tied in my heart. I like old Jay and I like new Cole, so there's just that. I like that they all came with their climber hooks and two katanas. I think that is super slick. Jay, you can kind of see his belt's a little washed out. Should be, I think, a little bit more of a yellow color, but now it just kind of appears white, which actually isn't that bad of a complaint to have when it just comes to a little bit of paint discoloration. Anyway, now let's jump into what's the next season. Looks like Season 10, I think. Alright, let's jump into it. Alright, and here you can see we have Nia in her beautiful, freaking beautiful Season 10 kimono robe. Absolutely love this. This is her kimono robe from March of the Oni. The one that Jay and Nia actually get married in. This one is super pretty. I love this light blue color for Nia, and it looks super good. Face print looks great as well as the little silver band on the back of her hairpiece up there. Back print's really good. Overall, just an absolutely beautiful figure, and the gold is not flat, it is actually very shiny. I really like this, it is so good. And from one kimono girl to another, now let's get into Season 8. Here you can see we have Casual Harumi, one that I think absolutely blows Legos out of the water. She has double face prints. You can see she has her original hairpiece in all white. I think those little sticks up there should be colored. She has the Ninjago movie hood piece, or I think that was introduced in the Ninjago movie. She's got leg printing. Yeah, Ninjago, or Lego I should say, can't seem to put leg prints on figures in the year 2025 that are supposed to have them in a near $300 set. But I can go online and buy a $4 minifigure that will have everything. Accessories, two double-sided head print, complete leg printing. I mean, it's ridiculous. Lego is skimping out for no reason, and I do apologize for this turning into a rant about Lego. It just grinds my gears, man. Anyway, on to the next most recent season. I think that is Season 4. Scratch that, guys. I actually do have a figure that comes before Season 4, and that is from Season 6. And before I put his helmet on, I have to show you guys. This is Security Droid Kryptor, or a Security Nindroid, and he has complete freaking wraparound head printing. Look at that. I know his katana makes it a little difficult to see, but it goes all the way around one side of his head. That is so freaking cool. And then you slap his helmet on, and that is just the cherry on top. Now, this guy only came out in a Bricktober pack, which, you know, is a shame. I would love to freaking army build these guys. And thanks to a seller on AliExpress, now I can. I love Nindroids. That was something I always liked since I was a kid, was the Nindroid army. And this guy, I mean, it's kind of weird to say, but this guy is super pretty. I love the white on these guys. I wish they would have made the original Kryptor figure in white, because he just looks so much better in white over black. But yeah, I mean, this guy is just outstanding. He looks great. Once again, leg printing, full wraparound head printing. His armor looks really good. He's got his katanas. He looks fantastic. I'm going to put him on patrol in Ninjago City. That being said, on to Season 4. And now on to Season 4. First off, I'd like to talk about some of the combatants that we have. First off is Nero, the Master of the Mind. Now, this guy looks fantastic. Once again, another Bricktober pack minifigure. You can see his hair is actually the correct colors. He's got the black bits and the white streaks on the side. His face print, once again, looks fantastic. His suit looks great. No leg printing this time. And he's got one of these little blasts. You can kind of raise his arm up, make him look like he's thinking real hard. And that is just super cool. I actually made a custom of Nero, and this guy just blows it out of the water. But yeah, this guy looks super great. We'll go ahead and put him in the back with the rest of our little group back there. And then we have the Elemental Master of Steel, or Metal. That being Karloff. I absolutely love Karloff. I love his print on the chest there. He does get ZX armor with double scabbard and swords in the back. His helmet looks good. The plastic on this guy just feels good. He has a great head print. No, let me actually see real quick. I don't think he has a rear head print. Nope, he doesn't. But yeah, he's got his metal fists and everything. Everything's the correct color. The gunmetal gray, or not gunmetal gray, the flat silver looks really good on this guy. And yeah, fantastic. From one Karloff to another, we then have the full steel version of Karloff. Same prints and everything, just on a metallic silver body. Obviously, this is whenever he slams his fist together and actually is using his powers. This guy just looks really stinking cool. And I absolutely love that this guy was made, even in a bootleg minifigure variant. That being said, we go from combatants to, well, this guy. This is Anacondrai Chin from the last few episodes of Season 4. Obviously, he's got his claws that were kind of a thing in the sets. I wish he came with his cape. I don't remember if Chin wears his cape whenever he's going into the Anacondrai form. This headpiece up here was obviously molded in some other color. I think it was just full purple, and then they painted the Anacondrai bones on, but it actually looks pretty good. His tail's a little bit kind of flexy at the moment. I'll have to fix that. But yeah, this guy looks great, and I'm going to put him with my Anacondrai garment on I got back off Mercari a few months ago. This guy looks really good. Absolutely love him, and he's got a double-sided head print. Then we get on to the last figure from Season 4. That is Dareth. Now, this is Dareth's second outfit. I believe his first outfit had a few buttons going further on down that were unbuttoned to kind of show off his chest a bit more. But this is his rebooted / Season 4 outfit. I can remember this guy dancing around with a broom inside the DBX, so maybe I'll give him a broom and he can go hang out in the karaoke bar and the Ninjago City Markets. He also came with 2 bits of armor, that being a brown Dragon's Rising mask / scabbard piece and helmet or hood there, which, you know, I guess could kind of make him a Dragon's Rising Season 1 figure, but, you know, he's got the print from the Tournament of Elements, so I just went ahead and considered him, you know, a Season 4 figure. Now to one of my favorite figs that I got out of this whole lot, that being Rebooted Zane. This guy looks so good. He looks fantastic. I absolutely love it. Obviously, the no-leg printing is accurate to how this guy appeared in both set and show. And the Technoblade looks fantastic in full transparent blue. This guy looks great. I love the battle damaged Zane variants, and this guy is amazing. He is outstanding. I got this guy for $1.50. Can you believe that? $1.50 when the usual figure runs about $15, $16. This guy looks beautiful. The only thing that could have made it better was if he had came with his Falcon. That's it. That's the only thing that could have made him better. But yeah, absolutely love this guy. He will sit with the rest of my rebooted Ninja. That being said, another Season 3 piece we have is the Golden Armor. This looks fantastic, does it not? And this is fully molded plastic. It is not squishy, it is not soft. It feels like, you know, if you applied a ton of pressure, you could break it. But, I mean, for my collection, it's just going to sit over top of my Overlord figure, or maybe even on a stand in a mock-up version of Borg Tower. And we also got this little dragony dude that came with it. I don't know if it's just something they gave me for free, because I don't remember ordering it, but he is super cute. So that's great. And the last set of items that we purchased for this lot was the golden weapons, but not just any form of the golden weapons, a specially molded form of the golden weapons. Like, all of these are specific pieces. Like, check out the Shuriken of Ice. These are made to look more accurate to their show counterparts, and they do. Like, these have a bunch of little itsy-bitsy little dragon heads and stuff on them. Those are so pretty. They look fantastic. I can't wait to give those to my Pilot Season Zane. We have the Scythe of Quakes. That looks so cool. That even has the little butt end of the scythe down here that, I mean, it's just so cool. Absolutely love these pieces. And they're, like I said, fully molded. Plastic. It's great. They're not rubbery. This actually feels a lot more sturdy. I remember Bricks by Mine getting a similar piece, and it broke on him, basically within the first 10 minutes of him trying to pose it. But yeah, these are super great. I love them. The Nunchucks of Lightning look fantastic as well. They were a bit of a pain to get the chain in, but I just kind of had to take a pair of pliers and just kind of pinch the chain between the mouths. But yeah, these look great too. The Sword of Fire. I am not sure how to feel about this one. The Sword of Fire already looks pretty good in the Ninjago set version, but, you know, this one feels a little smaller, if I could get it to stay between my fingers here. And I mean, it's not bad, especially if you've never had a Sword of Fire before. I think it's pretty good. Scales pretty well with the scythe and everything else. But yeah, guys, so let me know what you guys think about these guys down in the comment section down below. I think these were a great investment rather than spending, what, maybe $400 some odd trying to get all these figures off of somewhere like Bricklink or buying sets that these guys would have been in. I think these were definitely the right choice. Let me know if you guys have ever bought any figures off AliExpress, or maybe if I just got lucky on the qualities on the quality of these guys. Just let me know down in the comments below. What is your favorite figure that we got in this lot? What is your favorite piece or golden weapon that we got? Let me know down in the comment section down below. I hope you guys have had fun watching this video. Peace out and bye-bye!
I'm out of frame. What?